Procter & Gamble is saying that they are voluntarily recalling aerosol and spray-on deodorants, and I believe roll-on as well.
Oh, wait, they still make aerosol deodorants?
They do.
Wow.
Well, they're recalling them, so I assume they do, for antiperspirants and deodorants. Now, this is after a citizen petition asked the FDA to take these products off the market when it became clear that they contain benzene, which is a known carcinogenic. So after about 108 batches of these products were tested, 54% of them were found to contain levels of benzene exceeding 2 parts per million. Now, obviously, benzene is not something you want on you at all, but I guess the company line was that there was an acceptable level. And now after this citizen petition, citizen being the operative word here, right? People are coming and to the government and saying, please stop allowing these things that hurt people. Now, why is that a carcinogen? Because the chemicals in these types of products act as an endocrine disruptor. That means they mimic the natural flow of your own hormones is the word I'm looking for. And when your body thinks you have maybe more estrogen or testosterone or other types of hormones, your body will react to that, and it creates inflammation. It creates problems because you're throwing off the natural hormonal balance of your own body, right? There are a lot of things in these what do we call them, grocery store shelf cosmetics, right, that are harmful. And it's terrible that it's up to citizens to point this out to the government, because the government has no motivation to do this themselves. And if you're wondering why, rewind the tape on this very program 20 minutes before.
Yeah, where we talk about money. I mean, again, I can't get over, just going through this data, how in the hell that out of 108 batches of these products, 59 of them, which is 54% of them, had levels of benzene which is exceeding the permitted.
They all had it, right? This is about the levels of it.
But that's my point. And they're saying, oh, this is acceptable. Like, who's to say that a level of benzene on your skin is acceptable?
Well, if it's a carcinogenic.
Right.
And it's also a neurotoxin. So who's to say that a level of neurotoxins and carcinogens are good and okay?
Like, David, just for you.
Is this benzene with the I or with an E?
E.
With an E. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you can just have a little bit of toxins on your body. Like, you know, just rub this on, because big business has said it's okay. Just rub this under your armpit, right at your lymph node area, by the way. You know, I mean, you know, again, we had who knows what stuff is, connected or not, but by God, you think about breast cancer, you think about the surge in breast cancer. And so you're literally putting this toxic chemical right on the lymph nodes that like directly next to the mammary glands. Like, is there a connection? Is there a connection? And do we know that? I mean, maybe not. Maybe there is. There's been enough data, though, to suggest that, hey, getting rid of these toxins from your body can lower your overall risk of cancer, right? And inflammation of the body. So who's to say? But I mean, we don't have a definitive answer. And if you let the FDA come up with an answer, I guess we'll never figure it out.
Well, it's not for us to tell you what products will harm you, but it is for us to tell you that the government is not doing anything to remove products that it knows are harmful. So I go all the way to the crazy place and just throw all this stuff out of our house completely, and I don't allow it in. You do whatever you think is acceptable. But if you're of the line of thought that, well, it's on the market, it probably is okay, you're wrong. That's wrong, right? And so I live by a couple of rules. Like, I don't allow my family to use deodorant at all. I think that deodorant solves the problem it creates. I've never used deodorant, and I smell fine. Do you want to tell them? Tell them I smell fine.
Like roses.
Yes. So, but there are people who are like too far down the rabbit hole. When they stop using deodorant, all of those toxins that have built up, those like crystals, come out and you smell worse for about 6 weeks or so. So there are things you can do. I'm not here to tell you that, but I do think that you should read maybe a little bit, read the labels. Look for these types of chemicals. Look for anything that has, like, say, parfum or parabens, or, there's a whole list of harmful chemicals. And also just think about like what you're starting when you use these products.
Faith Scott says, I need deodorant. In our chat, Faith Scott says, I need deodorant. But the thing is, no, you don't. Look, for thousands of years, human beings did not use deodorant. They took baths, occasionally.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, there are other things you can do. There are salt
invention.
crystals that you can do to exfoliate in that area so you get some of those backed up smells out. You can use,
Your dogs
you do
will
your
clean them
own
for you.
research.
Your dogs will clean them for you.
I suppose.
No, but
That's
here's what I
gross.
just don't get. Let's go back to the FDA for a second. The FDA says that, okay, because benzene is a class 1 solvent, it has with unacceptable toxicity, it shouldn't be used to manufacture health products. That's what they said back in 2018. But then the pandemic came along, and the agency, according to this piece, temporarily eased its restrictions on the benzene chemical, establishing the 2 parts per million limit for liquid hand sanitizers. So, okay, we know it's toxic, but because of the pandemic, we're going to allow you now to start using this toxic chemical in your hand sanitizer, the same thing that's in your deodorant, which we know is a known carcinogen. So,
And it's quite poison.
yes, it's poisonous. It's a toxin. You can rub it on your armpits and your hands now because this is what the FDA does. This is amazing.
I'm telling you.
I know you've been telling us.
I know. I want to like not be that pedantic person, and I am just going to hold myself back.
Well, that's why I kind of did an eye flick when you said it's not our job to tell you harmful chemicals that are harming you. That's what you said. It's our job to tell you how the FDA is responding. It is our job. Like, we've done the research on it. We know that these things, according to these studies, are toxic. That is our job. Because the mainstream media is not telling you.
Well,
otherwise.
it's our job to tell you these chemicals are known carcinogens. Look for products without them. It's not my job to tell you, like, then delete everything else, right? It's our job to say you need to educate yourself on what's in your personal care products and know that you are actively not being protected. That the companies that make these products are being protected and you are not.
Yes, you are getting screwed, and we should be specific on the types, which ones were on this list, by the way. The highest ones, the highest toxicity levels. If you have these brands on your bathroom right now, you probably want to throw them out, unless you want these toxins. Tag, Shore, Equate, Suave, Right Guard, Brute, Summer's Eve, Right Guard. Why they put that in here twice? They
really don't use it.
They typed it twice. So look at that. They typed it twice. They really don't want you to use Right Guard. Maybe they meant Left Guard. Power Stick, Soft and Dry, and Victoria's Secret. And if you've purchased any of the Old Spice or Secret products included in Procter & Gamble's recall, stop using them, throw them out, or contact their customer care department at this number. This is Procter & Gamble's customer care department. You can be reimbursed for these eligible products. Stop using this crap, guys. Stop using this.
Yeah. If it's in the drugstore, you probably don't want it.
Yeah.
Know what you put in and on your body.
I mean, your skin is your biggest organ in your body. So would you take your pancreas out and be like, here's some carcinogenic, and then put it right back? It's crazy.
It might be some people's biggest organ.
Right.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Speak for yourself.
Thanks, Blue Chew.